Hey, you guys, what's up? Welcome back to the IamPrecious podcast. How are you guys doing today? Today has been amazing for me. It's been the most beautiful, calming, peaceful day. I'm sending my light and my love out to you all, and I hope that you guys are having the same type of day. Today, we are going to be talking about compatibility versus chemistry. They are two very different things, and I'm sure some of us, if not all of us, have experienced both these things, right? Do me a favor right now, go ahead and just like this video because you're going to like it. You're going to get into it. It's going to be everything, right? Go ahead and like this video right now. Share it with your friends, your family, and anybody that you think would benefit from this video. So we all have met that one person, right? Whether it was at work, school, we lock eyes, we're googly for them, they're googly for us, we are having flirtatious behaviors, we feel all good inside, and maybe we sleep with them, or maybe the flirtatious behaviors just continue for months at a time, right? Until you finally do make a move. And then when we do make these moves, this ain't what I thought it was. I'm gonna leave this alone, right? Well, I'm here to tell you that chemistry is just that. It's the chemicals that run through your body so that you can procreate. That was your original purpose, and that is the purpose of sex, right? To procreate. So just like animals, just like insects, and not to compare, but really to compare, it is what it is. There's a job to be done, and in order to do that job, you have to be attracted to men or women, right? So you have these chemistries in your body, you have these dopamine effects that happen in your body to draw you close to another person. But where relationships go wrong is when we enter into relationships or we enter into marriages based off of the chemistry. Because I'm here to tell you, chemistry dies. And I'm sure a lot of you guys know that, right? Chemistry dies. You like somebody, then you don't. You were with somebody, now you can't stand a thing that they do. They snore too loud, they leave their clothes around. Before you thought it was cute, right? Before you were interested in making their whole world better and making everything okay. And a year or two later, you want to sneak out to see so-and-so or talk to so-and-so because you just can't stand the relationship that you're in. And you might even be in search for that new relationship energy, right? That new attention and new feelings, new flirtatious behaviors. That happens a lot, and I must admit that I too have done this before. We're people. But then I came to ask myself and understand, how do I keep choosing everybody that's wrong for me? How do I keep putting myself in a situation where I'm choosing people who I don't even know you. This makes no sense. I would never do this. I would never do that. This is not my lifestyle. We don't have anything in common. I don't even know how I got here. You know how you got there, okay? You know exactly how you got there with them big old googly eyes looking over at somebody. That person has the same issues then that they do now, except now you're tired of it. Now it's not so cute anymore because other factors have played a role. After you get that, humping like rabbits out the way, what is left? And that's where we go into compatibility. When you're looking to date somebody, when you're looking to have a relationship or get married, you need to be searching for compatibility and not chemistry. Chemistry can happen between any man and any woman. Compatibility cannot. When you are dating people with the understanding that you have certain needs that need to be met, you have a way that you live your life, you have a certain way that you have things set up, then you need to be searching for someone who is compatible with those things. And that's not to say that you'll never get bored or tired or in arguments with that person. It's just to say that their base morals, their values, and the things that are important to them fall in line with the things that are important to you. Therefore, making it more reasonable and having a higher success rate of being able to get through those problems, right? Because the problem isn't his problem or your problem. The problem is your problem together. So if we're going off of just dating someone with chemistry, that person may value nothing that you value. That person may value nothing that means anything to you. Not only are they not in alignment with you, they could care less about any of the things that you care about. But when you date someone off of compatibility, when you're looking for compatibility, you're looking for the things that are going to build your relationship and the things that are going to save your relationship in the times where it's needed. In the times where it's needed for you both to come together and get through and to resolve. And when you end up with someone like this in these situations, you could end up being in a 50, 60, 70, 80-year marriage. Like, that's not just things that happened in the past. Those are not just things that our grandmothers and our aunties went through. Those are things that we actually have the opportunity to have today as well. It's just back then you had a lot more arranged marriages. And even then, I mean, think about it. You would have kings and they would come to the other kings and ask for their daughter's hand in marriage. It was arranged. It was arranged for the partnership, not really for love. And for a lot of people, even my parents, when I asked them, they weren't in love when they got married, but they were very compatible and they had love for each other, and that love grew. My parents have been married now for over 47 years. And no marriage is perfect, but they're still together and they know how to work through their problems because they're compatible together. I mean, realistically, no matter who you have a relationship, whether it's family, friends, or spouses, there are always going to be times where you don't see eye to eye. And your friends are who your friends are. We handpick them because of our compatibility, how we navigate issues, how we navigate fun stuff, love, etc. So when going out and dating someone and looking for compatibility, it's so important that we approach the situation almost as though we're hiring for our company. Say we're a CEO of a company and we want to hire some people. We want to hire some people to make our company grow, to build it up, to make it everything that we need it to be, to make it everything that we want it to be. We're going to hire people, right? But we also have to go through an interview process. And not only that, after you hire someone, they still have a probationary period. The reason for this is because when that person shows up, or should I say, when their representative shows up, the person that they want you to see, the person that they want you to believe they are, the person that they're selling to you to get the job, you want to be able to experience that person. You want to be able to experience that representative without taking extra steps to, create soul ties or maybe fog your brain. And if you guys don't know what I mean in that bed, stay out the bed. Okay, stay out of the bed. You have the rest of your lives to be in the bed if this is the person for you. But you have a lot of time to waste and tears to cry if you choose the bed before the right person. I just had to say it. I had to put it out there. You guys know it's true, right? I'm guilty of it too. I am guilty of it too. So I'm not going to judge you, but I'm just saying don't do it. Don't do it. Anywho, let's get back to the story. So you're the CEO of a company. You're not just letting anybody who's applying for this job into your company. A lot of people are going to apply. I mean, look at you. You have your stuff together. You know who you are. You've done your healing work from your past. You're a beautiful person and your spirit shines through. Tell me who wouldn't want a piece of that. Tell me who doesn't need that in their life. The person who's at their lowest and the person that's at their highest wants that, and the person in the middle. But everybody can't get this job. Hell, everybody can't even get an interview. You know what I'm saying? Everybody can't even get an interview. And that's just what it is. You need to be, so to speak, interviewing these potential candidates. And stop going into every situation thinking that this person is supposed to be my person. They're supposed to do everything I need them to do. They're supposed to be everything that I want them to be. And I'm going to put all my eggs in this basket. No. You don't know this person. Sure, they look good. Sure, they have a good personality. But let's hang around each other for a while. Let me see how you treat your family. Let me see how you treat your friends. Let me see how you act when you get upset. And matter of fact, let me see how you treat me when you're mad or upset. These are all things that we need to be able to experience before we allow someone to come not only into our intimate space, but just in general. We are not required to give extra people our time, and we are not required to accept what other people give to us as our reality. We have to start taking responsibility for these people that we're dating. If we hire just anybody off the street, we may have no company tomorrow. Our brand, everything that we have built in the last 10 years trying to get this business to run right is flushed right down the toilet. A person has to have credentials. A person has to meet the requirements. You don't have to bend on your requirements. You don't have to bend on what you need for yourself. That's how we got where we were before, right? That's how we got into these situations where, oh, well, we feel bad for this person and they're down and they're this. That is not your responsibility. As a friend, as a good person, I'm going to give you some encouragement. I'm going to give you some advice. But that's your emergency. That's not my emergency. And we continue to pick up people who are not for us, wanting to help them and hoping that they're going to change. And by the end of 6 months, not only have they not changed, but they changed us. They flipped us around, flipped our world around. And we don't have time for that anymore. So the choices that we're going to make is based off of what we need. And although we have, those kind of needs, I promise you, if you meet somebody who you're compatible with, who meets your mental needs and your emotional needs, baby, y'all gonna meet each other's needs. Okay, so give it time. Give yourself time. We don't want to be out here collecting bodies and having another story to tell. We don't want that. We don't want to bring people around our kids and our family and then show up with somebody different next year. We don't want that. No, we don't. No, we don't. And I'm trying to take these steps in my everyday life, not just in people that I would consider dating or having a relationship with, but my friends, my family. You have to surround yourself and put yourself in the position to be around people that you choose and that fit the job. Because if they don't, again, you're going to be stressed. Your company may devour into nothing. Who you are spiritually, emotionally, and mentally may devour to nothing. And here you are having to start all over again. The truth is, it's not about what the other people do to us. It's kind of who we're picking, who we're choosing as mates. Remember, chemistry can happen between any man, any woman, any woman, any woman, any man and man. People. Chemistry happens between people, period. But compatibility does not. Being the right fit does not. And this is the most important interview that you will ever do in your life. Because it will determine your happiness, your success, who you are as a person and how you approach and show up for other things that are important to you. Because we all know, how many times have we been in a messed up relationship and we get in an argument or we receive 50 text messages and we're going back and forth. We can't even go to work and do our job because of the relationship that we're with. The person that we're with is not necessarily compatible with us in the way that we need them to be. The way that we conversate, the way that we handle problems. You know, there might be good loving going on, but if that's all that's being offered, how long are you willing to sacrifice your peace? And I'm just trying to tell you, you don't have to sacrifice your peace or anything about yourself. You don't have to sacrifice. So, please, 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 if you know someone that can benefit from this video, who needs to hear anything from this video, I'm about to send this to about 2 or 3 people. I'm just going to put it out there, okay? But if you know somebody that needs to hear this podcast, please like this video, share it with them, tell them to like it and to share it